It's one of the safest cities in the world and also one of the most beautiful.
We're in Merida, the heart of the Yucatan. Join us as we check it out.
Merida is the capital of the Mexican state of Yucatan. It's known for its history, beauty, food, and safety.
In this video, we'll share our favorite things to do, food to eat, and a great lodging tip in a city our friend Kathy aptly refers to as genteel.
The city's historic Centro District is built around its plazas, the most prominent being the Plaza Grande.
The plaza is anchored by the Catedral del San Ildefonso. At over 400 years old, it's one of the oldest churches in the Americas and known for having the largest indoor wooden crucifix in the world.
Completed in 1549, Casa de Montejo was the home of Spanish conquistador Francisco de Montejo, the founder of the city.
The 130-year-old government palace is a beautiful building featuring murals by Fernando Castro Pacheco. More on him later. We're hardly big shoppers, but Hacienda Sisal is worth the exception. Not only is their merchandise beautiful, so is the building and its interior.
One block north of Plaza Grande is the small but beautiful Parque de los Hidalgos. We enjoyed an alfresco lunch at the Mansion Merida Hotel, which overlooks the park. Be sure to check out the hotel's stunning lobby and courtyard.
The third must-see plaza is Santa Lucia. We had lunch at Pancho's. Jen's queso fundido arranchera and my shrimp tacos were both terrific. And the berry and lime mocktails were really refreshing on a hot day.
Museo Gastronomia Yucateca is a unique restaurant and museum.
Panuchos is a fried tortilla stuffed with beans and topped with turkey, cheese, avocado, onions, and tomato. It's similar to a tostada.
Good.
Jen's giving it her approval.
Pork sausage, charcoal grilled.
Rare sight. Or a Slim Jim. It's good. And now it's time to try the chayitas, which is a delicious regional snack made from corn dough, lima beans, spinach, and pumpkin seed. And it's got a little tomato sauce and onions on the side. Not my favorite.
The museum chronicles the history of the cuisine of the Yucatan. You can also see the food being prepared.
One of the unexpected highlights of our time in Merida was getting to see Mon Laferte in a sound check before a concert that evening. Let's let her beautiful music accompany a montage of the most beautiful buildings we saw while walking around the city.
La Chaya Maya is a popular restaurant that serves traditional Yucatecan food in a beautiful environment.
The historical monument zone of Paseo Montejo is home to beautiful mansions of the early 1900s. Many are now home to businesses. Some are restaurants like this one. Others are banks. This one houses a bank and is particularly beautiful. The home of former Yucatan Governor Francisco Canton Rosado now houses an anthropology museum. Remember when we talked about the murals by Fernando Castro Pacheco? This is his home and now a museum that features his work. Some of the mansions are preserved as they were and show what life was like in the early 20th century for Merida's elite.
Paseo Montejo also features the Monumento a la Patria. This iconic structure pays homage to Merida's history from Mayan times to modern times. After a disastrous Airbnb experience, we ended up at the Unknown Hotel and Restaurant for 10 nights and we really enjoyed it. Located in the Central District, it's an easy walk to all the main sites. For $86 a night, which included breakfast, we stayed in a spacious suite. We took advantage of the on-site spa and enjoyed a couples massage.
If you think Merida is beautiful during the daytime, you should see it at night.
Soy un hombre muy honrado que me gusta lo mejor, pero no me falta ni el dinero, amor. Jineteando mi caballo por la tierra yo me voy, las estrellas y la luna que me dicen dónde estoy. A ver, ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón, ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
Les Macache is a great place for dinner, especially if you can snag a balcony table.
Me gusta tomar cervezas, aguardiente lo mejor. También el tequila blanco con su sal le da sabor. Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta bailar el son.
So Jen, what do you have here?
I don't remember the Spanish names, but it's mushroom stuffed with cheese and arancha, which is steak.
It's pretty good. And I'm having cochinitas pibil. And there's tortillas in that bucket there. Marinated pork.
Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta bailar el son. Los muchachos me acompañan cuando canto mi canción. Ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
Don't miss the free show at Casa Montejo. It combines a projection map lighting show with dramatized history and traditional Yucatan dancing.
¡Francisco de Montejo!
Importante, ¿eh? No tengo tiempo para soportar mugrosos como tú. Habla y déjame dormir.
The Palacio de la Música is a fascinating museum all about the history of Mexican music, from ancient times to modern times. Unfortunately, the Mayan World Museum was closed during our entire stay in Merida. Leave a comment below if you think there's anything else we missed in this video.
Legend has it that these famous you and me chairs were made by an overprotective father while his daughter was courting. I'm convinced they were the inspiration for the love toilet on Saturday Night Live. We are wrapping up a week and a half here in Merida. Had a great time, and now comes the time to determine what we liked about it, what we didn't, and could we live here. So, should we start with the pros?
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. Very pretty, lots of history, lots of great architecture. It was fun walking around and seeing all of that.
Absolutely. And a hell of a lot of good food.
Oh, yeah.
I think we had more good meals here than we've had in all of Mexico combined so far. So it had that going for it.
Yeah.
And really nice people.
Yeah, everyone's very friendly and helpful. And when you try to speak Spanish, they help you out. So that's nice.
And a lot of friendly buenos noches, buenos dias.
Yeah, everyone greets you on the street. And they're kind of surprised when we greet them first.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're used to Americans doing that.
Now, there's a few things that we necessarily didn't like about Merida. And number one is affecting us right now. It is very hot here.
Very hot. And we are at the middle of January, and it is close to 90 degrees right now. It's very hot. And the summer, we hear, is pretty unbearable.
The other thing is it's pretty darn far from any beaches. So
Right.
The nearest beach is Progreso, which is about a half hour, 40-minute drive away. Like we've said before, we're beach people, so we like to live near the water. So, is this a place that we would want to live?
Maybe. It's a maybe if we could live somewhere else during the really hot months.
Yeah. But even the cool months, like we said, are pretty hot.
Pretty
so
hot. And it's not close to a beach, so it's unlikely, but we wouldn't rule it out.
That said, we really loved our stay here. We saw lots of really interesting history, beauty, gorgeous architecture, and really nice people. So we would definitely recommend coming back to Merida, and I could see returning here for another visit.
Yes.
So our next stop is
Valladolid, Chichen Itza, and Ekbalam.
So we're going to go check that out, and we hope you join us. Bye for now.
Adios. If you enjoyed this adventure, please give it a thumbs up. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of our travel and wildlife videos.